What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. In today's video, we're going to talk about how the Iranian president has signaled an end to the war, with a Dow up more than 1,000 points, and last trade on the Qs 576 and a quarter. But the obvious question of this day is, what happens if the Revolutionary Guard's not on board, or the United States decides to take the island? All that and more coming right up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's just after 3 o'clock East Coast time here outside of Atlanta, Georgia. Before I go any further, I want to say congratulations to those of you on YouTube who bought stock in the last 72 hours. You and your family are going to be better off for it. And inside of the Discord, more than 165 strong. Way to go, I don't give a fuck. Pull the trigger. Purple, William H., Dougie Fresh in the house. Nell, and I could keep on going. Know that I love each and every one of you, and I really, really appreciate your support. Ladies and gentlemen, before we cover this war and what it means for the stock market, I must make a confession. If you've followed me for the last several years, or more importantly, you were a member inside of our Discord since September of 2023, you know that I can be a bit maniacal about how the show is run. And while it is true that we have 447 wins against only 22 losses for more than 20x returns, if you followed my lead, it's also true that yours truly drove away at least $250,000 worth of business. In the words of my late grandfather, acting like a goddamn fool. You see, I've always had a personality, some call it a bully, where I try to shove the square peg through the round hole. And while that serves me at times as an Aries man, real middle name birthday is April the 13th, couple of weeks, I believe, from Monday, it's cost me friends, family, and customers. And I'm determined, as I'm about to take my 56th turn around the sun, to get my motherfucking shit together. And for the last 3 or 4 days, it's been nothing short of perfect. So, if you've come and gone over the last 2.5 years as a result of my personality being a bit too strong, obnoxious, childish, fill in the fucking blank, I own up to it. It was my fault. And while there are plenty of people that just don't follow the system, or they can't take a fucking punch, as was the case in the last few days, I've done way too much stupid shit in the last few years. Not just financially, but spiritually. I've laid awake many of night wondering, what the fuck are you doing? There's a lot of good people that have come and gone as a result of your fucking nonsense. So I am determined, even though some of the haters are not going to appreciate what I'm trying to say, to do the right thing. Because when I focus on what I do best, there is no better. I can call tops and bottoms like I tried to share with you on the YouTube wall at 5:55 when we were loading up on the Qs, up 25 as we speak overnight. When I'm focused in on what I do best, I can help you and your family not only make a fortune, but over the next 9 years of this raging secular bull that began in 2009, get motherfucking rich. So, in celebration of this country's 250th anniversary, in the pinned comment below, I'm giving you, whether you were here in the past or you're brand new to the show, I'm giving you a chance to join us for $20. Cancel anytime. That's 60 days, not 30, 60 days. It's 90% off the first month. The second is free. So when this video is done, if you're curious how we have a 95% win rate, 102-3 since last August, which is actually over 97% win rate, you can join us, $20, cancel anytime. If on the 59th day, you're not fucking satisfied with what you see, just log into your account on our website and delete it that day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that said, and I hope it came out appropriately, what the hell's going on with this war, and what if it's a bluff? Last trade, 575.5. I would have to say at this point, 3.5, 4 hours before that leaked from Iranian TV, that the president wants to end a war. And no wonder. They've slaughtered the first two tiers of leadership. And while the rumor is that the Revolutionary Guard's in charge, I'm not sure how true that really is. Are they posturing, or have they been so fucking dilapidated and wiped out from top to bottom that they're bluffing? I don't know the answer to that question. But I will say this. If Trump is smart, and I do believe he is, not a perfect man, we all know that. With this he and haw and in and out, I'm taking the island, I don't care about it, get your own fucking oil. I think that's just him, like he did last year during the fake trade war. He tries to confuse and intimidate and constantly keep people guessing. Is he in charge? Is he losing his fucking mind? Or a combination of both? And we all know that those on the far left think he's nuts. He should be impeached. He belongs in jail, and on the chorus goes. But it's undeniable, politics aside. They've been set back 5, 7, maybe even 10 years. There is not going to be any nukes going off. They're not going to have the ability, now that all their air defense, their Navy, their Air Force, etc., has been pretty much annihilated, to do damn near anything for the next several years. And as I said in a prior video, if we can get a new leadership, and apparently the president is somewhat even-keeled relative to prior supreme leaders, that we might have something here. Let us not forget, when we were coming out of the Gulf War in the early 1990s, nobody thought Iraq, Afghanistan were ever going to get back to any type of what you would call normalcy. And yet that's not the case. They're getting along with their neighbors just fine. And even though Iran took a shot at, I believe, a dozen of them, most of them not only defended themselves immaculately, but were somewhat restrained in retaliation. And that's because I strongly believe that most of them understand that if they can get Iran somewhat in line, they don't have to like us as long as they respect us. And we open up the strait, even though we're only getting 1% of our oil there, it does affect us to some degree, particularly with fertilizer, then oil can come back down. There's going to be a $10 premium, in my opinion, for quite some time. But if we can get it down to 75 or 80 by, let's say, Memorial Day, and we can get the Chinese involved who get half their oil through that strait to settle down Iran and say, look, you've been wiped out. And yes, we need you to do this, that, and the other when it comes to causing trouble. But we, the Chinese, I'm speaking on behalf of right now, we need this fucking oil. We need the Americans to buy our shit. So we need this thing to settle down. Otherwise, there's going to be nothing left. And if we can get on the other side and get oil down, and it's crystal clear that when oil comes down, the stock market and crypto go up, then I think we're about to see a 20-point bounce, a 50% retracement in the stock market. So right now, last trade, 575.5. I'm talking 595.5. The minute Trump comes out and confirms, here's the outline to peace. Here's when we're going to be pulling back. Here's what's required of them. And here's what we promise not to do. Boom, it'll be instant, just like this morning. And then we're going to have to digest the meltdown. Simply put, we went from 637 on the Qs all the way to 555. That's, I believe, an 82-point drop. Half of that recouped is plus 41 to 596 or thereabouts. So we have at least another 4 or 5% bounce if this goes according to plan in a matter of a very short period of time. If you're a trader like me with a portion of our money, you're selling into that move, at least with some of what you bought in the last 72 hours. If you're an investor, and I've got alerts going off, excuse me. Oh, look at that. A stock that we bought, it starts with an O as an Oscar? Huh? Motherfucker. Are we about to be 103 and 2? Or is it 103 and 3? I think it's 103 and 3 in closing. I realize this video is somewhat all over the place, and I'm not sure the apology went according to plan. But the most important thing I want everyone to know, whether you're still with us or you were at some point or you're on the fence, I truly give a shit about you. I demonstrated that during the pandemic. I did hundreds of videos on behalf of small business owners just like me. And back then I had nothing. But I'm living proof, as I've said before, that you can go from the fucking outhouse to the penthouse just like that. So if you give me the next 3 years and I'm giving you a chance to join us for $20 over the next 60 days, cancel anytime in the pinned comment below, I'm confident, very confident that we're not only going to make a fortune, but we're going to party down this August in Vegas. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, always remember that I love you and I hope to see you join us at Try Small Biz